Today we're taking a look at these NCAAF matches, which are happening on Saturday, September 3, 2022, and giving you our match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. North Carolina versus Appalachian State. This spread has been moving towards Appalachian State since North Carolina opened as a 4-point favorite. I think it still hasn't moved far enough though, as I expect the Mountaineers to win this game outright by at least a touchdown. They are going to be very motivated to face a Power 5 school at home, and they have a ton of momentum after last season. Appalachian State enters this contest riding a 6-game home winning streak and have a huge advantage of North Carolina at the quarterback position. The Tar Heels have only won once in their last 5 road games, and their poor defense is going to cost them on Saturday. Our team pick is Appalachian State plus 1.5 points. Drake May and this North Carolina Tar Heels offense has shown the ability to score points and NBSP, and though I don't love what the Appalachian State Mountaineers have available in terms of offensive skill players, they should be able to score some points as well. Remember that this Tar Heels defense gave up 24 points to a depleted Florida A&M offense, so there is definitely room for Appalachian State to put some points on the board. Sophomore kicker Noah Burnett was 8 of 8 on his extra point kicks, and those points add up to the total and make it easier to reach. The over has hit in 5 of the previous 6 Tar Heel non-conference games as well as in 10 of the last 14 Mountaineers games played in September, so go with over 55.5 points in this game as well. Our total pick is over 55.5 points. Rutgers versus Boston College. The Scarlet Knights went just 5-8 last year, and they were very lucky to get their bowl invite. They will not be that lucky this year. The strength of their team is the secondary, and that could give Jurkovec some problems early on, but he will figure it out. I also believe he will do so as the Knights have a weak front 7 and will not get much pressure on him. Rutgers was a bad offensive team last year, and while they will be better this year, it will not show you 7p in this one, as the Eagles have one of the best defenses in the ACC. They were 4th in pass defense last year, and we should see more of the same from that group this year. The Eagles had all sorts of problems last year, but still managed a 6-6 season. They are now in the 3rd year of Jeff Hafley's systems, and he has had a full spring to get ready for this season. Look for the Eagles to win this one easily, especially since BC is 6-2 at TS in their last 8 games in September. Our team pick is Boston College minus 7 points. Senior quarterback Noah Vedral is trying to step up in his final season with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, but did not have that good of a season last year. Looking at his numbers, he was 180 of 303, 59.4 completion percentage for 1,813 yards, with 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions through the air, and 102 carries for 297 yards, 2.9 rushing yards per attempt, with a pair of rushing touchdowns on the ground. Without running back Isaiah Pacheco and wide receiver Bo Melton in the program, it will definitely be an interesting test to see how he does to begin the 2022 season. Senior quarterback Noah Vedral is trying to step up in his final season with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, but did not have that good of a season last year. Looking at his numbers, he was 180 of 303, 59.4 completion percentage for 1,813 yards, with 7 touchdowns and 7 interceptions through the air, and 102 carries for 297 yards, 2.9 rushing yards per attempt, with a pair of rushing touchdowns on the ground. Without running back Isaiah Pacheco and wide receiver Bo Melton in the program, it will definitely be an interesting test to see how he does to begin the 2022 season. Our total pick is under 47.5 points. Bowling Green versus UCLA. The Bowling Green Falcons only won 4 games in 20,221 due to a poor offense and are not expected to be much better this season. Meanwhile, the UCLA Bruins are one of the top squads in the Pac-12 and return many key pieces from an offensive unit that was one of the best in the FBS. The UCLA Bruins enjoyed a breakout season in 2021 and are primed for another big year. The squad won their final 3 games last year and signed coach Chip Kelly to an extension. The conference is challenging this season, and the Bruins were selected to finish fourth in the Pac-12 preseason media poll. UCLA has a stellar QB in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. The mobile QB collected 2409 passing yards, accompanied by a 24.9 TD to int ratio. The senior is just as dangerous on the ground, amassing 609 rushing yards in 2021. Last year's rushing leaders Akshar Bonnet is back and is considered one of the best RBs in the conference. The senior RB registered a whopping 1137 rushing yards on 5.6 yards per carry and should be among the rushing leaders in the FBS. Furthermore, the Falcons are going to be exploited on the ground. They squandered an average of 188 rushing yards per game last year, pegging them 105th, and the Bruins have a potent running game that averaged a remarkable 220 rushing yards per game last year. QB Thompson-Robinson is a threat on the ground, and they returns Akshar Bonnet, who rushed for 1137 yards in 2021. This spread is more than reasonable, and I am surprised it's not a bit higher. The Bowling Green Falcons are seeking improvement after earning only 2 conference wins last season. There were a few big moments, including a stunning road win against Minnesota Erie in the season. The squad is definitely expected to eclipse last year's season win total of 5. They were voted to finish 5th in the MAC East in the preseason poll. The Falcons' offense returns almost all the main pieces from last season. The offense struggled to generate points, but they have a fair amount of talent. QB Matt McDonald accumulated 2555 passing yards, along with a 12.7 TD to int ratio. The senior QB connected on 60% of his attempts. Our team pick is UCLA, Bruins minus 23 points. Bowling Green went to 3 straight MAC title games from 2013 to 2015, but has yet to even sniff that type of success since. Offensive production was well below average last year. They finished dead last in the MAC in total offense, and they had only one game where they scored more than 27 points. Bowling Green had a difficult year last season, posting a 2-6 conference record and 4-8 record overall. The program went to 3 straight MAC championship games from 2013 to 2015, but they have yet to duplicate that success over the last handful of seasons. Offensive production was well below average last year. They finished dead last in the MAC in total offense, and they had only one game where they scored more than 27 points. Matt McDonald figures to get the nod at quarterback for the Falcons. The veteran quarterback, who transferred in from Boston College a few years ago, threw 12 touchdowns with 7 interceptions last year, but lacked any big play potential. Top wide receiver Austin Osborne returns after hauling in 64 catches, and they get 4 of 5 offensive linemen returning. UCLA closed out the 2021 season winning 3 straight games and finishing with an 8-4 record. COVID issues prevented them from playing in the Holiday Bowl, closing out the year by winning 6 conference games and 4 of 5 on the road. Dorian Thompson-Robinson returns as the starting quarterback, throwing for 2409 yards with 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Our total pick is over the total.